Greetings, it is I, your favorite Olympian god, AttackingTucans, and welcome to my new Let's Play of one of my favorite games of 2020, created by Supergiant Games, Hades. And this is an indie game that is a roguelike that has changed the way many people think about roguelike games, and it is probably one of the most exhilarating gaming experiences that I've ever had. Now, this is a roguelike game that has an addictive gameplay loop that keeps you coming back over and over again to see what happens next. It's actually changed the way many people think about roguelikes in the first place. First, let's go ahead and just select a file. Let's start playing.
Few tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
For those of you who don't know, roguelikes are typically an RPG experience that include procedurally generated dungeons, a variety of upgrades that lead to unique playthroughs each and every time, and permadeath, meaning when you die, you have to restart the dungeon from the beginning, which currently we are at the beginning of this dungeon crawling experience. So we are playing as a character named Zagreus, who is son of Hades, who is the lord of the Underworld. He oversees the Underworld and pretty much decides the fate and how people are tormented for their sins, practically. So before we proceed through the first door, let me go over the types of attacks we have. So we start off with this one weapon, which is the blade, and it is a close combat melee weapon. If I press Y, I have a short range attack that I can hit with a few times. If I press X, I have a special attack that pounds the ground with the blade and sends out a ripple effect of damage. If I pressed A, we have this thing called casts, which shoots this little red arrow, and it's a ranged attack that can hit enemies from afar. And then we also have dash by pressing B, which isn't an attack right now, but we can get this upgraded. Now, all of these things that I just talked about can all be upgraded throughout this run, and they get upgraded differently with every single playthrough of the game. So no playthrough of this game is really like the last one. That's the point of roguelikes and having procedurally generated dungeons. So we're going to go through waves of fighting enemies in each one of these rooms. So we have this really buff, orange-looking Hulk that has some nicer hair. Literally, these guys remind me of the Incredible Hulk so much. They have these gigantic clubs that are also the same color as their skin tone. I'm not sure what's going on there. These are some little ghosty guys that have some ranged weapons. So you start off the game pretty weak, and you can see in the bottom left-hand corner, we only have 50 HP, and we only have one of these cast attacks that I was talking about. But throughout the game, we're able to upgrade our character slowly but steadily and make him stronger and stronger. So what we're doing right now is we are Zagreus, son of Hades, and we are trying to escape from hell because
there she is.
We're an angsty teenager and we want to live our own life. So let's go ahead and accept this.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, so we're summoning Athena.
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
So all of the characters in this game are based off of Greek mythology. Most of them are Greek gods and goddesses or other divine creatures from that realm. I know a little bit about Greek mythology, but I'm not super well versed. But this first boon comes from Athena. Now, boons are upgrades that we receive from the gods and goddesses as we proceed through the game. Whenever we die, we lose all of our boons and restart from scratch, but that's okay because you build yourself up differently every single time. So whenever you receive a boon, you get to choose from 3 options on how you want to upgrade yourself. This first one up here is Divine Strike. This is going to upgrade our base attack by 40% and also add Deflect, which allows us to hit bullets and projectiles and send them back at the enemy that sent them. Next we have the Flank Shot, which I hope I pronounced that right. I'll probably mispronounce a few things in this game. That might be an understatement. This allows our cast to be upgraded in damage, and it can also deflect. And then we have the Divine Dash, which causes our dash to deflect projectiles. Now normally I select Divine Dash if I'm using a ranged weapon, but since we're using a close combat weapon like the sword, I'm going to actually choose Divine Strike. So 1, we can upgrade how much damage our sword does, and 2, so we can deflect bullets just by swinging our sword. If I would have chosen Dash, if I would have dashed, you can dash into projectiles and send them back. But yeah, we're going to choose upgrading our attack right now, just so we can do some more base damage.
I'll destroy you.
Alright, we have these enemies called numbskulls, which are probably the easiest enemy in the game.
Who's next?
They don't do much damage, and they have very small amounts of HP. Now, on the ground, we have to watch out for these traps. You can see there's some like spike traps right here. If you stand on them, it'll activate traps. Fortunately, if you step on it, you can dash out of the way and not get hit. But if you stand on them for too long, it'll take damage. Unfortunately, they can also damage the enemies as well if the enemies are not floating. Most of these enemies are ghosts, so they're actually not going to activate the traps and set them off.
Destroyed as promised.
Okay, so what we just gained, this is darkness. And we use this to upgrade Zagreus, our character, in between each run. So whenever we die, we'll have an option to slowly upgrade our character. And it is pretty slow. You upgrade him by like probably a fraction of a % in between each run. Now here's an example of decision making when it comes to the procedurally generated dungeons. So you have two doors we can go through. We have the right and the left. You can tell what is through the door by what is inside this little shiny orb. So this right here is a heart. If we go through and complete this room, we'll upgrade our max HP by 25. Currently we have 50. And if we go over here, we will find Athena. This is a little shield, which represents Athena, and she will give us another upgrade. I think in this situation, I'm actually going to go with upgrading my HP, because we only have 50, and that, I'm not sure how long that'll last us. So let's just keep on upgrading our HP so we can, you know, take some more hits, take some more damage. There are ways for you to refill your HP as you're progressing, but we'll see how it goes. So I'm curious as to how far I'm going to make it this first run, because this game pretty much sets you up for failure at the very first run. Now it is possible to beat the game on the very first run. It isn't impossible. It just takes a really, really good player in order to do that.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
I'm curious as to how far I'm going to make it though, because all the previous times I've played this game have been on my file where I've been upgrading my character for a long time. So I'm usually able to make it to the end of the game. So we'll see how good I am with just my base character with no upgrades. This is a true testament to my skill of Hades. I would say I'm kind of in the medium range with my skill set for this game. I'm not like an expert by any means. I'm not like a speedrunner or anything. But I'd say I'm pretty good. Okay, let's get these guys up. We have some obese ghost right here that probably died from being too gluttonous. They're like holding pies, and they just like slam their whole entire body mass into you. All right, so we just got a key, and that will allow us to unlock other weapons in the future. This game features 6 different weapons that are all very, very unique from one another, and all provide completely different gameplay experiences. And they're actually kind of what add the most replay value to this game in the first place. Okay, gotta remember to use our cast, because our cast allows us to do some range damage. So these enemies now are coated in a shield. You can tell that because they are outlined in yellow, and also their HP bar above their head has a yellow bar in it as well. So once you break the shield, then it goes down to just base HP. The shields are usually stronger than their base HP, so they'll take a lot more hits. Now we're getting a power palm, or power pomegranate. These allow us to upgrade our boons. So the only boon we have right now is Divine Strike, the one we just got from Athena. And this is going to upgrade our damage by 16 more %. So we're going from 40% to 56%. So that's pretty good, making our character a bit stronger. Okay, so we only have one direction we can go in this room, and this little symbol represents the god of war, Ares, which I thought it was Kratos. Isn't Kratos a god of war, or is that in? That might be in Roman mythology.
Uh-oh.
I always get like Roman mythology and Greek mythology mixed up, which I feel like is a pretty easy thing to do. All right, here is our first mini boss, which shouldn't be too difficult for us. Oh, I say that as we literally take 24 damage from 2 bombs. Gotta be careful. I really don't want to die too soon on this first round. I want to try to make it at least, I want to at least beat the first boss of the game. So the name of the area we're in right now is called Tartarus. And there is several different sections that we go through in this game that all feature different enemies, different traps, different obstacles, and environments.
Anyone else?
We'll see how long it takes us to get out of Tartarus first, though. I'm going to try to get out first try, but we'll see.
This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit in you there, I have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
So yeah, we were born in hell. That's a pretty interesting thing about Zagreus, since our father is Hades. Okay, these are some really good upgrades. So here we have Curse of Pain, which gives our special Doom. So our special is that big pounding effect that we have that sends out a ripple. What that will do is if this hits an enemy, it'll inflict Doom upon them, which means it'll put this little sword above their head, and then a few seconds later, the sword will come down and deal 80 damage to them. It's really good for killing a lot of enemies quickly. This is Urge to Kill, which upgrades all of our attacks by 13%. And then we have Battle Rage, which gives us 150% extra damage every single time we kill an enemy. In this situation, I'm going to choose Curse of Pain, because I feel like this is going to help us the most.
The War God's power.
And let's continue going forward. So I think we're halfway through Tartarus right now.
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
So a few things I love about this game are, one, the art style is pretty amazing in my opinion. It has really beautiful graphics, a lot of attention to detail.
You're mine.
The music is really, really cool. Has a really cool rock-based soundtrack that really gets the testosterone going. It really pumps you up. You're just listening to this music and you're like, yeah. Bow, 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 down. It's freaking awesome. Always gets me hyped. Ah! Okay, I just got hit by a trap right there. And then, okay, I can't show you what the Doom effect does on these numbskulls. But here, we just got another Chthonic key. Cool.
I'll just keep this on me.
As you should. Do not get rid of the key. So I love the voice acting of this game. The writing is really good. The storytelling is amazing. Most of the storytelling takes place in between each of the runs. So every single time you die, you learn more about the story. So that's like the nice thing about this roguelike game. Lots of people don't like roguelike games because they don't like how you have to kind of like restart the experience every single time you die. But this one's a little bit different because you actually get rewarded during your deaths with story progression. And you get to learn more about the characters and the world and everything. And you get pretty invested over time. Oh god. Okay, we only have 19 damage. Gotta be a little bit careful. Hopefully someone will get an HP refill.
The Underworld's power.
With some more darkness. Okay, we have two different choices. We can go here, which will give us gold, or we can go through this one, which is going to allow us to meet Dionysius, which is the god of wine. I'm going to go through here because I really want to upgrade my character even more. I'm hoping to get a hangover effect, which is similar to Doom, but it does damage a little bit more slowly, but over time. Okay, I should be able to get through this room okay. We also have, oh, here we go. Divine Strike. So I can hit these, I can send these guys' projectiles back at them and do quite a bit of damage. I feel like I'm fighting Ganondorf from Legend of Zelda or something. Wow, how did that miss? Don't you dare dodge my attacks, little bitch. Alright, this Doom effect is great, especially when enemies have shields. You can like give an enemy a Doom effect, go fight something else for a second, come back, inflict Doom, it takes another hit, come back, you take another hit, and you just kind of rinse and repeat. That's the nice thing about Doom. It kind of allows you to multitask to a certain degree while fighting. Kill the big boy first, then we'll worry about these projectile. Oh, numbskull. Gotta watch out for these little guys. They will sneak up on you really fast. They don't do much damage, but they will pop out of nowhere, and they can, if there's a lot of them, they can all gang up on you. Gang, gang. Numbskull gang. So this game is all about dodging. It's about dodging first, trying to avoid taking damage, and then about attacking second. You're consistently entertained by this game because your brain is always thinking about the combat, about dodging, about your upgrades, about the story. There's just so much going on all the time, and it's just so much stimulation, in my opinion.
Well, sure then. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I'll accept this message.
We accept.
Hey there, Zag man, how's it going? Look, you have got to get here with the rest of us already. We've been saving you a spot. Let me see what I can do. Make life a little sweeter for you in the meantime.
Dionysius has the thickest thighs that Olympus has ever seen. Thick thighs save lives, baby. Okay, so the reason the gods are trying to help us is they want to help us escape, actually, so we can go and party up in Olympus with them. But they can only barely help us by sending us these small boons that give us these little upgrades. So we have After Party over here, which restores our life to 30% after every single battle. This actually might be really good, because if we ever end any battle with really low damage, like say we ended a battle with 1 damage, it will refill it to 30% of our life, so we won't have as high of a chance of dying from that. This gives us Festive Fog, which is a cast ability. You know, that little red crystal that we're able to shoot at enemies? You're able to upgrade that into different projectiles that do way more damage than what that red crystal does. Then we have Drunken Dash, which if we dash into an enemy, it gives them hangover. I'm actually going to go with After Party right here, because I think it'll keep us alive longer than anything else. And you can see all your boons by pressing minus. So currently we have 3 boons. We have our Divine Strike, we have the Curse of Pain, which inflicts the doom, and then we have the After Party. So our 4 main attacks that I talked about at the beginning can all get 1 main upgrade. So our Strike is the Divine Strike, which deflects the projectiles. Our main special does doom. Below that is our cast, which we could have upgraded just now, but I didn't. And then below that is the dash. You can give 1 base upgrade to all of those. But then there's a ton of other upgrades, as you see right here. Once you get to the end of the game, you can have like an extra like 20 upgrades practically alongside your main upgrades. So yeah, that is how that works over there. Next, let's go. I'm gonna go for the darkness. The darkness is very, very helpful at the very beginning of the game. It's kind of like the main thing you want to get, because right now, as you see, we started with 50 HP, but using darkness, we can actually give ourselves more starting HP. That cast, you see we have 1 out of 1 cast right now. We can upgrade that later and give ourselves up to 3 casts at the beginning. So there's some pretty, like, they're kind of subtle upgrades, but they do a lot over time once you like kind of combine them all. So that's like overall how you become stronger. And there's a lot of different upgrades you can do. But yeah, the main way you upgrade your character is through this darkness. Okay, we can get a pomegranate or we can get more money. I think I'm going to go for the pomegranate. I really want to try to upgrade my doom infliction right now so I can do more doom damage. Because like I said, that can be really good against big groups of enemies. You can very quickly get rid of a lot of enemies doing that. So you see there's a lot of pots everywhere. Breaking pots typically doesn't give you anything unless one of the pots is being shiny and shimmering. If that's the case, it will drop some gold. But apart from that, none of these pots give you something unless you get some sort of upgrade that says otherwise. We also get a little bit of gold every time we kill an enemy. You can see the gold in the bottom right hand corner. And every time you kill a larger enemy, it'll raise the gold up by a little bit. Smaller enemies typically don't drop gold. It's typically only the larger ones. Whew. Whew. That is pretty feisty. There's a lot of these numbskulls. Let's get in, get out. Get in here, give him that doom infliction, and then get out. There we go. Get rid of this little party that's happening up here.
Thank you.
Another pomegranate upgrade. Okay, here's a really good upgrade. Upgrading Curse of Pain to level 2 will raise our doom infliction by 40 HP, which will make it much, much stronger. So definitely worth it. And then we have 2 options. We can go over here, which is a shop, or if I go to the right, we can gain even more HP. In this situation, we don't have that many coins right now, so I think I'm actually going to go to the right and upgrade our HP. And I think we also have a chance of finding a fountain over here. No, they did not give us a fountain, unfortunately. That sucks. You can drink from fountains and refill your HP, but they did not provide that for us, unfortunately.
Feeling tough.
But at least we just got 25 more HP added on. I'm going to observe this.
Beyond the present chamber lies the outermost perimeter of Tartarus, promising terrifying dangers far beyond the Underworld Prince's reckoning.
And I can reckon quite a bit.
So it's really cool. Zagreus has a lot of really good dialogue. I love Zagreus as a main character, honestly. He's really cool, has a lot of personality, he has a lot of emotion, he is a very driven character, and he has really good responses to almost everything one of the characters says. Like, Zagreus's brain kind of thinks along with what the player is thinking. Like, he'll kind of say the things that you're thinking sometimes. It's really meta. Zagreus is super woke, pretty much. The people who designed this game in general are pretty woke.
Well, this is awkward.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further.
It's the first of the Furies, Megaera.
Come on, Meg. Haven't we had more than enough of each other by now? Besides, don't you have someplace else to be?
So the game hints that Zagreus and Meg used to be previous love interests, but it seems like they had like a falling out, and now Megaera wants to kill us.
All in all, I'd rather be on your bad side than his. Now you can turn back Like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
I want to be sent home the painful
I'll
way.
have to go with the painful way.
Yeah.
A man after my own heart.
Give me that heart, bish. All right, first boss fight. Let's see if I can beat her during my very first run. Now, this is typically where most players die their very first time, but I might actually have a chance since I've beaten this girl so many times. I actually know all of her moves and everything, so I have a higher chance. Oh, wow, she does a lot of damage. That's like the downside. She has a decent amount of HP, but I should be able to do a decent job against her if I just play well. This Doom should help a lot.
Why you?
Okay, she's at half HP. Oh, shoot. Okay, we have 19 HP left. I like this battle arena, though. It has a really cool lighting, actually, out of all things. That's the thing that I kind of notice. I think she's about to do, like, a spray attack. Okay, she, like, kind of mounts before she attacks you. Whew. Just got to keep moving. That's, like, the main thing about this game most of the time, is just keep moving. Lots of the levels, like, it pretty much forces you to keep moving. Like the next world we're about to go to, it's, oh my gosh. Oh no! Oh, I guess we're not going to be going there right now. I ended up dying. I was hoping I'd do better. But honestly, I'm okay with it, because now I get to introduce to you guys one of the coolest things about this game in the first place. So whenever you die, you re-emerge in the river Styx, because we're a demigod from hell, so we just get reborn back in the house of Hades. And you get to walk
Carry on, everyone.
this walk of shame. See all these like little ghosts around us? They're all just judging us. They're like, wow, how dare you suck so badly? It's because we're weak right now. Oh, hell yeah. Is this Hypnos? I love Hypnos.
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Don't patronize me, Hypnos. Hypnos is funny. Every single time you die, she'll kind of poke fun at you for how you died and like give you a little bit of conversation about it.
Some of us more
She like
than
pays
others.
attention to how every character dies. She's pretty much like the secretary of hell, I think.
Back already.
And then here we have our father, Hades. Let's go ahead and talk with him.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
It's pretty good.
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself.
Yeah, so the way we learn about the story from this game is just by kind of paying attention to the dialogue between the characters and watching their interactions, and you just like pick up on subtle things as time goes on. You learn more about this universe. I remember when I first started playing this game, I didn't feel very invested. I didn't care too much about the characters. I was like, I was a bit indifferent. But the more I played, the more I just got addicted. And this hub is really cool. You can't tell right now, but later there's going to be a little guy sitting at this desk that we can talk to and upgrade the hub as well, and add a lot of cool decorations and new things in here that will upgrade our character as well. It's super sick. Oh, here's a character that is the favorite of many, Achilles.
Good to see you, lad. Despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
I'm not afraid of
Fear is
death.
for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
Fear is for the weak. Everybody's afraid of things, but it's how you handle that fear that matters.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the Underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
So, progeny, that's offspring. So yeah, it's our home. This is where we live. We actually have a bedroom over here, which is really decked out. Oh wait, Cerberus.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld prince with mixed emotions.
Cerberus is
You
by
watch
far
all
one of
things
the best
falling, won't you,
characters
boy?
in the game. He's so
I'd
cute.
take you if I could.
Dude, it'd be so cool if you could have Cerberus like fight alongside you. It even gives you a pet option.
He's a good boy.
All great video games allow you to pet cute animals, and that is a fact. Aw, who's a good puppy? I love my puppy. Alright, we have another character over here. This is Nyx.
Do not despair, child. Such setbacks are inevitable and may be overcome with effort and with time. You made contact with the goddess Athena. She shall be true to her word.
I believe it, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact. I know you took a considerable risk in reaching out.
The risk is not to me. I expected the Olympians would involve themselves in this eventually. Reveal to them no more than they already know. Are we understood?
I love Nyx's style. Like, look at her outfit. She looks stunning. Freaking beautiful.
Yes, we are.
Oh, so over here we have like a little group of spirits. Every time you die, you can come and find some of these, and if you listen to them,
How goes it, Shades?
it'll show a random cause of death. This guy died by a little brawl. So he's playing Smash Bros. Brawl. He lost and got so mad that he just jumped into a giant blender, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, room. I'm back.
All right, this is our bedroom. It is pretty large and impressive,
The
to say the
bedchambers
least.
of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
I don't care. I'm
Oh,
trying to
come on,
escape
it's
from
not
here. I
that
don't
bad,
care
is
how
it?
dirty this is. Zagreus is such a smart ass. I love it. He always has the nice little comebacks. Our room isn't that dirty. I guess it is. There's a lot of just clothes hanging around, isn't there? So over here we have this Mirror of Night, which is how we use the darkness to upgrade ourselves. So right now we have 30 darkness, and we have a few different ways to upgrade ourselves. So first is Shadow Presence. This allows us to do extra damage if we strike foes from behind. We have the Vitality upgrade, which refills our HP by 1 every single time we enter a new room. And then we have Death Defiance, which restores our HP by 50% whenever we die. So it's practically just like an extra life. And I'm actually going to choose this one because that will probably help us more than anything else right now. And will allow us to go a little bit further. So that's the first way we're going to upgrade ourselves. You can get up to 3 Death Defiances over time. So that's our first one. And you get the 3 lives. Let's proceed on to the next room and meet one of the best characters in the whole game. He's so good. Can't wait for you guys to see him. Wait, where is he? Where is he? Oh, wait. I think we can only see him once we get a new weapon. Oh, we can unlock a new weapon right now. Do I want to do it? Sure, why not?
There we go. Coronacht, the Heartseeker. Let's deal some death.
Alright, so this is the bow. Hey, Skelly, what's up, boy? What's up, boyo?
Nice place you got here, boyo. Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
Oh, I'll let you have it,
I don't
alright.
remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
For sure, for sure.
If you insist.
Okay, so right now we have the bow. I'm actually going to put the bow back. I'm going to use the sword one more time. We'll move on to different weapons in the future, but I'm going to stick with the sword just a little bit longer. So Skelly, he's just a little punching bag who has hilarious dialogue, and he never reveals his sources for anything that he knows. He's very secretive. On the top left-hand corner, it gives a little overview of your attacks. So we can strike, get the Nova Smash, and then if we dash and then strike, we do a little bit extra damage, I believe. Let's see. That does 30. Base strike does 20. So yeah, if you dash strike, you do an extra 10 damage. If we come up here, we can actually see Tartarus, which is the first place that we're trying to escape.
First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus.
It looks really
Easier said
pretty.
than done. And doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium. I'll figure something out.
Tartarus has a
I can
very
escape
nice
from the courtyard
aesthetic.
back there.
Loving
All
it.
right.
I don't think we can do
Let's
anything
give
with
another
this
shot.
right now.
I can escape
No.
from the
This is
courtyard back
keepsakes, but we have not unlocked any keepsakes yet. And I think that is all we can do here for now. So let's go ahead and go for our next run. Alright, so this is where we started the game. This is
Thunder.
where the roguelike restarts every single time you restart the game. Alright, so the only difference between this run and the last run is we now have a Death Defiance, which gives us an extra life. Alright, here's our first boon, which is going to come from none other than Zeus himself.
Is this really him?
Tis really him.
Greetings
Zagreus.
there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he's not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus. And to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Okay, let's see if he gives us anything good. With the lightning strike, your attack emits chain lightning whenever you damage a foe. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of that one. Ooh, I actually like this, electric shock. Your cast is a burst of chain lightning that bounces between foes.
Lord Uncle Zeus lending his support. Never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
So I did that because I want to upgrade our our range capabilities, because right now we have a really close melee weapon, but sometimes you want to attack from a distance. So now we have this, which doesn't do a whole lot of damage to a singular enemy, but we'll notice in a bit that this will actually bounce between enemies and do a bunch of damage to enemies all over the board.
Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Yeah, so Hades built hell in a very specific way to try to prevent anybody from ever escaping. And if we escape, we will be the first one to ever escape from the underworlds. Okay, numbskulls, get out of here. Actually, this will be a great way to show off my new cast ability. Well, if it gives us more than 2 enemies at once. Give me a few numbskulls so I can show this thing off. Here we go. So that will bounce in between enemies that actually hit the wall instead. Maybe not. The enemies have to be somewhat close together for it to bounce. Oh, here we go. Okay, watch. It's going to bounce between both enemies. I did 60 damage to him, and I killed the numbskull. And I just took 2 hits in the first room and took 20 damage. That's kind of embarrassing. I was exerting too much effort trying to show off that cast ability and just took damage. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and keep on pursuing Zeus, because I kind of want to try to upgrade my electrical abilities a little bit. So our cast has an electrical element to it, and you can upgrade the electrical element to make it even stronger. So that's what I'm going to try to do for right now. Woo! Wonder what kind of pies these guys are eating. Looks like they're having some like lemon meringue.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Lemon meringue. Oh, yeah, this is exactly what I was talking about right here. Static discharge. Your lightning effect also makes foes jolted, which means the next attack self-inflicts lightning damage and harms nearby foes. So yeah, we're going to go for that. It's going to make our cast much stronger. In order to use your cast again, so if I throw this, you can't use it again until you go and re-pick up your cast. So you have to retrieve it, and it'll eventually come back to you by itself. Like if I throw it, eventually the cast will come back to you automatically if you're in a battle. And if you leave the room without it, it'll just automatically come back to you as well. I'm going to go for as much darkness as possible right now, because I don't necessarily need to upgrade or unlock more weapons. I mainly just want to upgrade Zagreus and try to give myself some extra death defiances, and that vitality upgrade would be nice as well, so we can slowly upgrade or refill our HP when we're low. Okay, this melee weapon's kind of nice because it stuns enemies a bit. Oh, there we go. So we were able to kill 4 of those numbskulls just now with 1 cast attack. It was great. Then we also jolted that big fat dude as well. Oh, there's so many just cool details. Like, look at these gigantic hand statues to the right. Like, those don't need to be there, but they added them just because they're freaking cool. All the statues are awesome. Look at these statues, like, holding up these candles. They're putting in work. Okay, I'm really hoping we can make it pretty far in this run. Let's see how well we do. I'm very curious. Stabbity stab. Stabbity stab stabbers. Oh, there we go. Did you see that? We just freaking took that thing out. Ooh, that's nice. We jolted all of those enemies. You can see they're jolted because they have little bits of electricity on them. And whenever they try to attack us, they just hurt themselves. So hilarious. It's amazing. And then also, the cast that we attack with, it'll actually get lodged into an enemy and stay inside of them.
Good enough.
Either for about 10 seconds or until that enemy dies. So if you want to get it back, you have to kill the enemy it's stuck inside. Right here, probably... I'm going to go to the left for right now. I'm going to save the thing on the right for a future run. Because it doesn't really help us too much at this current moment. Get this cast boon. And the walls keep crumbling down. And the Tartarus that we love. Also, let's have a comment question of the day. Down in the comments, let me know your opinion on roguelike games if you have one. If you've played them and you have any opinions on them, let me know them down in the comments below, and in the next episode, we'll have a more in-depth discussion about roguelike games as a whole. So in case you didn't notice, we lost all of the boons or upgrades that we got from the first run, so I don't have the option to like deflect attacks like I did last time. It's like the cool thing is you have to adapt to a different playstyle every single time you play, which might sound annoying, but is actually what makes this game super fun in the first place. Or actually, let's go this direction towards Athena. She might give us the divine reflectability again that we had last run.
Just great.
Alright, mini-boss. This guy tries to shoot out a bunch of lasers in different directions. He's kind of hard to fight with a melee weapon, but we should be okay. And you can see that that little cast thing is inside of him. He just dropped it because it's been 10 seconds. But you can tell that it's inside of them because it'll appear above their head whenever it's lodged inside of them. Oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Holy crap. Okay, we have Death Defiance. This is a kind of difficult mini-boss right now with our current abilities. My current build is not really set up to fight this person. Oh, we actually might win. I think we're going to win. Once you get rid of the shield, they die much more quickly. Yeah, I don't have like any upgrade to my attack or special right now. I do very minimal damage. Our cast ability is really nice and gets rid of all these like extra guys around the sides. Whew. But our base attack was not that strong. I love Athena. She looks stunning in this game. I think she's the coolest looking goddess in the game.
And strike the darkness down.
My least favorite is Aphrodite. I think she looks really creepy in this game. Okay, sure footing. Okay, so here's another thing. So boons have 4 different levels. They can be regular, rare, epic, or legendary. Regular does not give it any bonuses. If it's rare, it makes the attack a little bit stronger. If it's epic, it makes it quite a bit stronger. And if it's legendary, it makes it much, much stronger. So I've seen things that are epic is actually like the best you could possibly find. Except I don't really want this one. Sure footing, resist damage from traps. I'm not too worried about traps right now, honestly. I'm honestly not a huge fan of any of these. I'm going to go with Divine Flourish just because it's going to make our special do more damage by 82%, which is quite a bit. What's
Damned
this?
lost souls with nowhere left to turn congregate in deepest Tartarus, where they fuse together with the earth itself into odious forms which defy description.
Oh.
They basically turn into big crystals.
That's literally what happened. All these enemies were giant crystals. They just crystallized. That's weird. The narrator's great. He gives us some great insight about the setting and environment towards the beginning of the game. Okay, so we already lost our Death Defy, so we don't have our extra life anymore, which is pretty sad. I was kind of banking on that to beat Meg, but things aren't looking as promising. We'll see how well we do. Like I said, these first runs are always the most difficult. Oh my gosh, he just did a lot of damage. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Right there.
I mean, I am good at this game, but Zagreus just starts as a pretty weak character at the beginning. There's like not much room for error, honestly. All right, here's a Well of Charon, which we can spend our money at to upgrade our character. I'm going to go with this. Slain foes have a 15% chance to drop healing items for the next 3 encounters. An encounter is just like a room, so every room is considered an encounter. So for the next 3 rooms, this will take place.
Worth it.
And then, let's see. You deal 50% extra damage to striking foes from behind. Might as well do it right now, because we're probably going to die soon anyways, so might as well spend the money that we have, because these coins, they actually get reset in between each run as well. Coins are the currency that do not carry over. The darkness carries over, and we'll have a future upgrade called gems that also carry over in between runs, but they're not things that you can actually spend during the run. They're things that you're able to spend back at the House of Hades. And then there's also the keys that we're able to collect, which unlock new weapons. And then on the mirror that we have, where we're able to upgrade our character, you can also use the keys to unlock more upgrade potentials or abilities on the mirror. Also, that Well of Charon, that little upgrade, it allows some of these enemies to drop bits of fast food that we can use to refill our HP, which is pretty nice. Man, there's a lot to say about this game, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to Let's Play it. It's just, there's a lot to say, and I have a lot I want to talk about once we get into future episodes, but for this episode, I'm kind of just sticking to the basics, mainly not to overload on the information. Don't want to say too much too quickly, you know. And there's a lot to kind of wait for. If I talk about too much, then I might spoil aspects of the game. Okay, do we want extra HP, or do we want to upgrade one of our boons? I'm going to go for extra HP. I think that'll come the most in handy right now. Let's give him a little bit of a zip zap. A zippity zappers. Right to the forehead. Give him a Harry Potter tattoo. Brr. I gotta learn the workout routine of these guys, though. Their body shape literally looks like a Dorito. If you combine their body shape with their skin color, these guys are just gigantic, hunky Doritos. I love myself a hunky Dorito. When my Doritos have six-pack abs, that's when they're the sexiest, you know? Okay, good thing I got that Well of Charon upgrade, because all this extra fast food is refilling a decent amount of our HP, which is much appreciated. Our special now also deflects projectiles. Oh gosh, they do a lot of damage. I need to do a better job at dodging. I'm not super duper used to commentating and playing this game at the same time, so I'm just gonna take a bit of practice to get to the point where I can do both effectively. Let's go for darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Got a zip and a zap and a zip and a zap. Then I tip and I. Oh. Good, we're good. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped it. Okay, so it's like good. Get a hit in, and then dash away as quickly as possible. Oh, thank God we got that fast food upgrade for these 3 rooms. Oh gosh. I hope I can make it through this room alive, honestly. All these traps make these statues like pop up and spit projectiles at whoever is standing on the trap. That's great. Ooh, 25. That's a decent amount right there. Alright, another Well of Charon. Let's see.
That'll keep me alive.
Ooh, we can replenish our Death Defiance that we used up. Costs 200 coins, but at this point, I'd say it's definitely worth it. That's like our greatest chance of getting out of here right now. Okay, we can use a pomegranate to upgrade ourselves, or we can get even more HP. I feel like more HP is the way to go right now. Numbskulls, wow, that cast ability is able to freaking put in work. Look at this thing. It's able to kill so many. Ooh, it just bounces between. That's so satisfying. It's like watching a pinball whenever it gets stuck in those little sections and it's like. That was me voice acting a pinball. What the hell? Yeah, get rid of all these guys. Damn, there's a lot of enemies in here. Sheesh. Oh, crap. Got hit by a trap. These traps don't do too much damage. Oh gosh. Stop it, you numbskulls. Okay, 25 extra HP. Okay, now we're going to the shop, which we only have 73 gold, so let's see if we can even afford anything in the first place.
Charon's shop.
I doubt it. We can afford to buy some darkness. So this is Charon, who is another one of my favorite characters. He's a man of many words, and by many words, he just makes a bunch of like weird groaning sounds. But yeah, he's the boatman who paddles through the river Styx with his wares and sells us
business,
stuff.
taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? Then I'll just have a look around.
Don't mind if I take a look. Okay, so yeah, this is the only thing we can buy, which is extra darkness, which I will honestly take. Having some extra darkness can go a long way. And yeah, this next room is going to be Meg. And you can tell because the thing inside this orb is Titan's Blood. And the use of Titan's Blood is you can upgrade your base weapons in between runs with this thing. Not by much, honestly, but it does a little bit. And it gives them like new features.
Maybe my whip might make you reconsider whatever it is that you're attempting here.
Your whip's not been all that persuasive in the past.
So another thing I love about this game is whenever you go and fight a boss for the second time, they remember your first encounter and they're like, wow, you came back to fight again. And as you like play through the game, the dialogue and the story adapts to your actual personal experiences.
Maybe persistence will pay off for both of us. Come then.
All right, let's see if we can help ourselves. I'm happy that we can give Meg Jolted. Whenever we hit her, she'll do damage to herself. Oh, crap. I'm so happy we also got that extra Death Defiance. So we have an extra life this time, which is gonna help us a lot. Dang. Okay, that attack she does has a really high range. Okay, fortunately the cast went to him this time. He'll be way easier to kill. It's actually a really good strategy. So throw it at Meg whenever there's a nearby enemy, because it's way easier to kill the enemy than it is to wait for the cast to come out of Meg. Oh, dang. That attack has such a wide radius. It's insane. Just gotta keep moving. Just keep swimming. Just gotta listen to Dory's words of advice whenever you're playing this game. It goes a long way. Okay, she's almost at half health. Wait, where did our cast go? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It was like on the other side of the room. The cast, if you don't pick it up for a while, it'll automatically come back to you by itself. Nice, nice, nice. Get away, get away, get away. Whew.
Let's see you handle this.
Okay, what's she about to do? What's she about to do? What am I handling? I think she just summoned more foes. Okay, this is a pretty good attack because as long as you're dodging, as long as you're out of these circles, you can still do some pretty good damage to her because she won't actually do like any close melee attacks whenever she's doing that attack herself. Okay, we have 1 HP left. Thank God we have Death Defiance though. I think we're actually gonna progress here, fortunately. Still doing good. Okay, she's at a quarter health. Feeling good about this. Getting a little bit more used to fighting her. I feel like Meg is actually like the hardest to fight with the current weapon we have right now. Oh God. Too many projectiles. Here, let's knock them all back at her with our special. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Cast. Okay, so we are on our last life again, so we gotta be careful. Nice, nice, nice. You feeling it? She's so close to dying. Get out of here, you hunky Dorito. Oh no, oh no. Okay, let's try to dodge these. Send a few back her way. Nice. Get out of here, Meg. Done with you. Vanquish the fury.
Got you. The ancient blood.
Yeah, let's go ahead and pick this up.
Achilles might know what to do with this.
Okay, we'll talk to Achilles about it. Then also if I press minus, you can see this is the thing that we got from the Well of Charon. It shows you how many durations it has left before it goes away. So this is the last room that we have this for. I think this definitely helped us though. Getting 50 extra damage for striking foes from behind. It allowed us to kill Meg a lot faster. All right, let's proceed to the next realm of hell.
How did you?
Don't mind me.
First, we get to come to the little boys' room. Get to wash up a little bit. Refill some HP. We have this fountain of blood. It's kind of creepy.
Wash away my boons.
Here you can sell your boons and get money. So if you have like a boon that you don't really want and you'd rather have the money for it, you can sell them here by purging them. But I'm not going to do that. It's called the Pool of Purging. Pool of Charon. Is there anything? Oh, if we had 200 coins, we could buy another Death Defiance, but we don't. That's actually pretty expensive. 200 coins? Like one of the most expensive things you can buy in a run is an extra Death Defiance. Passive. Your attack deals plus 30% damage. Honestly, I'll take that one. We'll see how well we do in this next section.
None other than those in the trusted inner circle of Lord Hades are authorized to enter the intricate chambers connecting the vast regions of the Underworld. But the prince decides to barge in anyway.
I barge where I please.
Made it this
I
far.
barge where I please. That's so funny. So much sass with Zagreus. Come on, let's get Zagreus and smash. Let's make him one of the new playable
Now we're getting
characters.
somewhere.
Can be best friends with Pitt. Pitt needs a friend, honestly.
This place has definitely seen better days.
So this is Asphodel. That is how it's pronounced, right? The word has an ass in it? I think so.
The once verdant plains of Asphodel are now
Yeah.
engulfed in scintillating flame, having been flooded by the river Phlegathon, whose hideously superheated contents could bring death swiftly even to those resistant to most heat.
Damn, the river Phlegathon. It's this river of lava.
Resistant, not flame-proof.
We have to travel on these little bone rafts. Seems a bit dangerous, but I guess we don't have any other choice. So we're gonna pick up difficulty here a little bit, but I'm feeling pretty confident in my abilities. Ooh! Okay, okay, okay. Take the damage, boy. Take the damage. Oh, what did that do? My Athena blade is doing some like weird sort of attack. All right, so we're fighting these like little puppet guys. And this is one of those areas where you kind of have to keep moving, because if you stand in one area for too long, if I can show you, if I stand in one area too long, these fireballs will attack wherever you're standing. So you kind of got to keep moving for the most part. It's a little bit lenient, but ooh. Touching the lava doesn't do too much damage, fortunately. We have 90 darkness. That's actually not too bad. We get to have a few upgrades in between runs. Normally, your very first time playing this game, it's going to take you several attempts to escape from Tartarus. I've played this game enough to where I have gotten somewhat decent at it, so I was able to escape after 2 runs.
Let's get out of
But I
here.
think the very first time I played this game, it took me 12 attempts before I was able to beat Meg for my first time. But that was just because I was new to the mechanics and stuff.
Bone rakers.
I will probably progress much more quickly in this run than I did on my first run of this game. But I'm excited to compare and contrast my playstyles in between like my 2 files. All right, these areas are quite a bit larger. The enemies will get pretty spread out. There we go.
Come on out.
A lot of the rooms typically have 3 waves of enemies each, and the next wave doesn't appear until you complete the first wave. So that was, I think we're on wave 3 now. Sometimes the waves will like somewhat blend together as well. It's not always like completely separated. Dang, he moved really far. I'm a little bit scared. Yeah, we don't have Death Defiance on, so if I die again, then we're gonna be screwed. Okay, where did my cast go? Oh, it's inside this guy. There we go. Got a power palm. Let's upgrade. I'm gonna upgrade our electric shot. Make it do some more damage.
Juicy.
Juicy? Is that what he said? Oh, the pomegranate. Yeah, the pomegranate is pretty juicy. I love pomegranate. Although I think I like pomegranate flavoring more than I enjoy actual pomegranate. Okay, let's go this way. This is another currency that we have not collected yet. This is gemstones, or gems. And we use this to upgrade the House of Hades, the hub area, by adding more decorations and things that improve the experience and gameplay. Woo. For example, I can think of one upgrade in the House of Hades that you can get. You can get one upgrade in the House of Hades that makes it so the pots in the game, you'll find more golden pots that drop more money. So you can effectively get more money each run, which allows you to buy more things from Charon's shop and from these wells of Charon. Okay, we have 5 HP left, so we can pretty much take 1 more hit before we die. Let's see how well we do. I'm pretty scared right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have high hopes and I'll try my best, but no promises. You guys are throwing. Oh, thank God I deflected that. That would have ended me right there. Come on, dude. Let's freaking die already. Nice. Oh, we're still hanging on. Okay, Well of Charon, please refill some HP.
Just what I need, except...
No, we don't have enough for the Death Defiance. Dang, I could really use that. Dang, none of these are really going to do much for me. I'm just going to hold on to my money. And hopefully we'll find a shop that has an HP refill soon. Okay, I can go talk to Dionysius or Zeus. I think I'm going to stick with Zeus. Since we have that jolted, upgraded electricity effect, I think we want to try to get as many electrical attacks as possible and make them all kind of synergize with one another.
Why, it's the Barge of Death.
Oh, I'm going to definitely die here. There's no way I'm surviving the Barge of Death on my first run through it. Oh God, okay, here we go. Oh, these blue crystals, you want to take them out first because they actually put shields around the enemies that don't allow you to kill the other enemies until the blue crystals are dead themselves. Whew. No! I tried to dash out of the way. I saw it coming. All right. That is the end of attempt numero dos. All right, so let's go back to the House of Hades and let's give ourselves a couple upgrades before we call this a first episode.
Oh, that was not a
Damn, this was a fun first episode, though. This game is so much fun, and it only just gets more and more fun. It's so great.
Welcome back.
Thank you, Hypnos.
It's usually pretty quiet keeping watch over the pool of sticks back there, but it's sure been busy lately. Why, somebody else came through just earlier. You should have seen the look on my face when it wasn't you.
Who was it? Oh.
Glad to keep things interesting.
I think it was Meg, because we ended up killing Meg, right? Is this her right here?
Olympus knows of him. bestowing on them all their worthless blessings here within my realm. Our realm. Explain to me how exactly this is possible, Nix. Either your limitless power has considerably waned, or you are up to something.
Do not question my power, Hades. Your son was bound to be discovered the closer he came to the surface. The Olympians are pleased to know they have a distant relative and bid him welcome to their mountain. That is all. Their influence is very limited.
Blood and darkness, do not speak to me about their influence. I've seen their influence firsthand. You've made a foolish mistake.
You would speak to me of foolish mistakes. You cannot change the course that has been set. Try all you like.
So Hades is pretty much afraid of some of the other people down in the House of Hades turning against him, potentially planning a coup or something. Let's talk to Achilles, because Zagreus said we should talk to him and ask him some questions.
Happen to know whom I should thank for the weapons just outside my chambers, Achilles?
I'm sure I wouldn't, lad. Though if I happen to run into them, I'll let them know.
I have a feeling it's him. Okay. Nothing over here right now. There's a few doors. There's a door right here, but it's locked. There's another door over here, but it's locked. Can we talk to Cerberus again?
Guess what, boy? Made it all the way to Asphodel last time. I fully understand how come you never liked it there. Now to trek on back, I guess. Take care.
Yeah, Cerberus doesn't like high areas. He has really thick fur.
Underworld Prince's optimism,
Gets hot quick.
His old companion Cerberus, the multi-headed hound, maintains a somewhat sulky attitude for now.
Oh, don't sulk, boy. He's sad because he needs a dog bed. Well, fortunately, I think we can buy him one. So we have some gems, so we're able to start renovations.
Some sort of special offer for me, my good shade.
We only have a few upgrade options right now, but honestly, there are so many ways to upgrade the House of Hades. At first, when I started playing this game, I thought there'd only be a few options, because you can only see a few right now, but they add more and more and more, and it's just like insane how much you can upgrade this place. Like playing this game now after playing my other file for so long, I'm like, wow, House of Hades is actually pretty dull in comparison to what it gets to. Okay, so, here's the first work order. This one's free. This gives us a possibility of finding a chamber in Tartarus that has a fountain in it that will refill some of our HP. So this will make our journey a little bit easier because we'll be able to find some extra HP.
Idea. What's that there? Something from the Fates.
All right, so giving us that upgrade, give us a few other options. I'm not going to choose either of those, honestly. I'm going to go to the bed chambers and select Pool of Scrying, which is some bedroom decor, which doesn't do much, but it shows you how many enemies you've killed and how many attempts you have tried to escape. I'm just going to upgrade with that first because I think it's a good example of how you can upgrade the house. Oh, what is this?
What once was a small lounging area within the House of Hades now is sealed off, in utter shambles since the multi-headed Cerberus tore the space apart, mourning the missing prince.
Oh, is that why the lounge is closed? I missed that detail the first time I played the game. I didn't realize Cerberus went through and destroyed the lounge. Aw. Well, we'll go and fix it up in due time. Oh, here's Meg.
The prodigal son returns. Everyone's saying I went easy on you, Zag.
Well, did you?
Don't worry,
Maybe you
Meg.
did.
I eventually managed to get home the painful way after all.
Yeah,
Look,
don't be too hard on
I
yourself.
have a reputation to uphold. You get past me again like that, you best go all the way. Now leave me be and don't think you're gonna be so lucky next we meet out there.
Okay, if you say so. If you say so, girl. Alright, so let's go ahead and renovate. This is the thing we just bought with our gemstones. If we go up to it.
Beautifully decorated, subtly enchanted ball containing traces of the hapless prince's past attempts to flee the Underworld now accents a particularly cluttered corner of his room.
Always wanted my own scrying pool.
Okay, so we can scry.
As many chances as it
You can
takes.
see we have 2 escape attempts and we've killed 384 enemies. Very nice, very nice. Let's go to the Mirror of Night. So down here you can see we can unlock even more talents if we get 5 keys. We only have 2 keys right now, so we can't do that. This next Death Defiance is a lot more expensive. So the first one I think was 30 or 50, somewhat cheap, but they make you pay a lot of darkness for the second one. So we have Shadow Presence. Let's see. I'm going to upgrade our vitality all the way. That's max vitality. So now every single time we enter into a new chamber, we will refill 3 of our HP. We still have some more darkness. Let's go ahead and give ourselves 10% extra damage if we attack from the back. Let's say hi to old Skelly Boyo real fast.
Hey, haven't moved a muscle.
The humor of this game. Oh my god, I'm weak. Okay, so it takes 3 keys to unlock the next weapon. This weapon right here, which is a shield, is my favorite weapon of the game, personally. It's really fun. I can't wait to show off some of the other weapons to you. But yeah, in the next episode of this game, we will try to escape again, but next time we'll use the bow instead, which is a nice ranged weapon. And I'm personally better at this game with ranged weapons, so I should be able to make it much further through Asphodel in our next playthrough. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching this first episode of Hades. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit that thumbs up button for me to let me know that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to be notified once I post a new video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy.